We now have the pleasure of introducing Mr. Javier Mendizabal, the Roches Marbella alumni and General Manager at Don Carlos Leisure Resort and Spa, who will deliver today's opening speech. We are proud to have Javier today join us, not only for the achievements he has obtained in his professional career, but also for demonstrating and being an inspiring alumni success. Javier graduated with a diploma from Roches Marbella in the year 2000 and went on to further his career in operations, making his way to sales at the Hilton in London, Hotel Palacio de Luces in Asturias, and undertaking the role of sales manager in Hotel du Soleil in South Beach in Miami. With interest in furthering his knowledge, Javier enrolled once again at Le Roches Marbella in 2009 to complete his Bachelor in Business Administration. Once graduated, he took on more sales roles in Meliá, from International Sales Manager to Director of Sales, and moving up to Resident Manager of the Meliá White House in London. However, his passion for Marbella has led him back to the Costa del Sol, where he recently held the role of Resident Manager of the hotel we are in today, the Gran Meliá Don Pepe. Today, in his role of General Manager of the Don Carlos Leisure Resort and Spa, he is leading one of the most prestigious and famous hotels in Marbella. Please welcome Mr. Javier Mendizabal.
Great. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Mano, for the kind words and the presentation. I would like to thank the Le Roches School and its management for allowing me to stand here today in front of you and deliver this speech. For me, it's kind of special because I was once standing where you're standing right now. Although when I studied at Le Roches, it was 1998. We had no internet yet. We were about 100 people in the whole school. So it was a very small group of people. But I think we all had something in common. We were all very passionate about the hospitality industry. This was something new. And, there weren't many options to study this. So I guess the students that at the time were here in Le Roches really had their ideas very clear, about what they wanted to do. I must say I have the greatest memories, from when I studied here in Le Roches. And, I still maintain a lot of the friends, a lot of the colleagues that I used to share my classes with. And, if I may say, you need to keep your contacts, it's very important, One of the best things that a school like Le Roches can give you is contacts, okay? Nowadays, it's very important, And the hospitality industry, it is a very, very large industry, but in reality, it's a very small world. And you would be surprised at how many times through the years, over and over, you meet with the same people over and over. Whether they're in Latin America, in the United States, or in Europe. Believe me, you will bump into each other over and over again. So it's always good to maintain contacts and to always leave a good impression. I have to say that you're very lucky. You're very lucky and privileged to be able to study in such a school such as Le Roches. Not everybody has the chance to be able to study in this school, and especially in such a beautiful environment as Marbella. The sun is always shining. People are fun and are welcoming here in southern Spain. So studying here is a luxury, and you should be aware of that. And I hope that you made the most of it. I'm sure you did. Nowadays there are many options to study a lot of different careers, and choosing a career I think will determine how you live the rest of your life. You have now embarked yourselves in a career in hospitality, you know. Let me tell you that hospitality is not just a career, it's a way of life. I think it's the motto of Les Roches as well, but it's true, it's a way of life. And, during your time at Les Roches, you have built the foundations to be the future leaders of the industry. I'm sure you've heard this before, and a lot of people say this, but the hospitality industry is an industry based on people. I'm going to try and make it or explain it in a very simple manner. But for me, in the hospitality industry, we are people that lead other people in order to offer a service to more people. So as you can see, it's all just about people, okay? And it's all about managing people and offering services to other people. Now, it may seem simple, but it's actually, very complex, okay? Why is it complex? Well, managing people is definitely a challenge, I can tell you that. No two people are the same, okay? You have many different nationalities here, and you know that for sure. Nor they think the same or have the same needs, okay? And it is the same with our customers. No two customers have the same needs or expectations, okay? And whether we're talking about managing people or managing customer services, the line between being good and being excellent is a very, very fine line. Now, if I may, I'd like to give you a few tips that I would have liked to have heard when I graduated like you. It's just a couple of tips, nothing major, but I hope that you can take them on with you, and I hope that they will be useful. Okay, so number one for me, you need to do what you like, and you need to be happy about it. Not everybody is meant to be a general manager. And you know what? It's okay. There are many options, many paths that you can choose within the hospitality industry, and all of them are equally good. So my advice to you is that whichever path you choose a path that makes you happy, something that you believe in, and you follow it, and I'm sure you will be successful at it. Being happy is a key to a successful career, and eventually a successful life as well. Now, I've heard a couple of speeches where, we talk about being a leader, I think you need to be a leader more than being a manager, The industry needs more leaders and less managers, okay? That's for sure. There are many, many managers, but not all of them are leaders. And there's a huge difference between a leader and a manager. Number one, your staff will thank you for this, that's for sure. What is a leader? A leader is somebody that brings direction. A leader is somebody that has vision. It's somebody that creates, and it's somebody that uses all these tools to manage people, okay? A job title in a business card doesn't mean anything. What really matters is how you are perceived by your employees, how you are perceived by your customers, and how profitable is the business that you run, okay? Another example that I'd like to give you is to lead by example. Your team will always look up to you for guidance, always. And you should always have you in mind as an example to follow, okay? You need to be knowledgeable about your team's work. I know that here you touch all the areas, and you do service, kitchen, and cleaning, and everything. And the reason why you do this, it's because it's important that once you become a leader in the hospitality industry, you need to understand how all the what goes into each task. It's important. You don't need to excel at each task, but you need to understand what your staff are doing. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult to manage people. Listen and give feedback. This is for me probably one of my favorite things that I do. You need to speak to your staff. You need to speak to your staff. You need to speak to your clients as well. You need to find out their needs. You need to provide feedback. That's one of the greatest tools that you can have in management. Give feedback to your staff. Ask your staff for feedback. Ask your clients for feedback. That's the only way that you have to improve your management skills and your services. And last but not least, and you know, I tend to interview, well, maybe not that much anymore, but over the years I've interviewed a lot of graduates from hospitality schools. You're all very well prepared, and you know, you all have the service and customer management in mind. But it's funny that, you know, when I interview people, students, you always talk about service and service and service and service, and not many people, I'd say like less than 1% of people talk about profit and making money. You know, do not forget that this is it's an industry that's based in services, but it's at the end of the day it's a business, and it's a business that needs to be profitable. So when you go into interviews, talk about profit. Find out about the business that you're getting interviewed with. And you know, offer solutions to the person that is interviewing you about how to make more money. That is for sure going to be a win-win, for sure. Okay, so here we are. I guess you have acquired the right knowledge while studying in Roches. You know, I'm sure you have the right attitude. All you need now is to set a goal. You need to choose your path and work towards achieving your goal. A career in hospitality is not easy, okay? And until you reach your goal, you make a lot of sacrifices along the road. But I can guarantee you that the trip will be a hell of a ride, that's for sure. And that once you reach your goal, it will all be worth it, okay? I would like to congratulate all of you and welcome to the hospitality industry. I wish you all the success in the world. Thank you.